What's up, everyone? I hope you are all doing well. Let's get right into what is becoming a disturbing trend. This was a final exfil, and naturally, I ran into a 5-man squad. I had already taken down 2 of them and was feeling pretty good, but I really stood no chance here. DMZ is becoming, for better or worse, Warzone 2.1 or Warzone Lite, if you will. I predicted some time ago that DMZ would become a better experience and more popular playlist than Warzone 2. It is indeed trending that way. I prefer the style of play in DMZ because I actually enjoy an extraction shooter over the battle royale model. As DMZ becomes more popular, I have noticed that there are more PvP encounters for no good reason other than to PvP. With the influx, however, of 6-person teams becoming more prevalent, and to be honest, a toxic blight on what is otherwise a bright spot in Modern Warfare 2, DMZ has changed quite dramatically over the last few months. As usual, I was running solo trying to complete a faction mission. However, things didn't quite go to plan. Normally at this point I would just exit the game and try my luck again in a minute or two, but I decided to see if there were actually friendly players in DMZ. I heard they exist, so I wanted to give that a try, and to my surprise, these guys were actually pretty cool and they revived me. I have to admit, to my utter surprise, but it wound up being a hilarious experience, thanks mostly to Advising Ship 190 and his commentary, especially given what happened next. I wish that I recorded that part of it, but seeing as I usually go solo, I wasn't quite prepared. Let's just say that the gameplay and laughter was a welcome change. So once again, a huge shout out to Advising Ship 190 and the rest of the crew. Back to the usual topic. For those not quite familiar with DMZ and extraction shooters, they are essentially a mode where you go into a zone or playlist depending on the game and find valuable loot items that you need to extract or leave the zone with. Along the way, you can complete side missions or quests for extra rewards. You will inevitably come across AI that will try to kill you or that you have to kill as part of your mission requirements. The added challenge is that you have a good chance of encountering real players or operators looking to do the same thing you are doing. So far so good. I have no problem with that whatsoever. My main problem or concern stems from operators that play the mode solely to hunt, grief, and kill operators for shits and giggles, or the most popular case, views. Don't get me wrong here. There are many missions which require you to kill other operators, and that is to be expected. It adds a certain sense of danger and excitement to the game. There are even hunt squad missions on the DMZ map and faction missions that mandate PvP encounters for completion. What is concerning is the balance of PvP/PvE. It's shifting more to the PvP side as more and more Warzone 2 minded players looking to escape from that cheating infested playlist have brought with them the same toxic mentality to DMZ. 6-person squads can and do decimate a server and make the experience for all involved a distasteful mess. It matters not how many self-revives you have on hand. If you run into a 6-person squad, you're done for in most cases, just by the size of the squad and its ability to chase you down and continuously apply pressure from all sides. Even a well-coordinated 2 or 3-person, team will find themselves hard-pressed to win against such a formidable foe. Never mind a solo player. If Infinity Ward continues to ignore the problem or refuses to address the situation, many operators, are experiencing, then DMZ will also suffer the fate of multiplayer in MW2. And everyone knows the mess that's going on with that. The population will dwindle, and Infinity Ward will have blown another opportunity to improve upon their game. They would be better off limiting team size to 3 and enforcing it in-game. Remove the ability to squad up with another team that would put your squad past the limit of 3. I'm sure some teams would just try to remain friendly and cooperative with another team of 3, but that would still be harder to maintain, or a lot harder to maintain than a complete 6-person death squad roaming the map. If DMZ is to survive, it cannot play out like a multiplayer team against an entire lobby. Balance of competition must be the first concern for developers. I'm not talking about sbmm or anything like that. I'm talking about the actual fairness of the mode to keep players wanting to come back and enjoy their experience playing DMZ. Granted, there are going to be matches where you get absolutely crushed by a 3-person team or even a solo player. Heck, even the AI can take you out. But that is part and parcel what the mode is supposed to be like. It's not supposed to be a multiplayer match against frustrated Warzone players. Infinity Ward has experimented with so much with this game by taking out and adding different modes to the game. They might as well just, add in solo only DMZ mode as well. Why not? What harm could come from that? They constantly add or remove, 3rd-person mode. They have duos and quads for other playlists. So why not solos? Most of the missions you could accomplish solo. And if you need help, then you could go into the regular mode, limited to 3-person, max squads. Things are getting so bad that I'm even seeing some of the streamers that I like to watch from time to time teaming up and collaborating with each other to form groups hunting other players now. These guys used to do, missions and have the occasional PvP or even help out random players. But the go-to move for now for clicks and views is to team up, maybe do a mission, but mostly just hunt players as soon as they encounter them, and then say sorry when they take out a solo player who flies at them first in an effort, not to get rolled. DMZ has become more toxic, where you have to shoot first and ask questions later. I know as a solo player myself, you can now plead, after you've been killed, and that is a good option, but most players rather loot your body and just move on. That's the reality. That toxic mentality of not helping other players, is well deserved. In the times that I have been killed recently, I have played just to see what reactions I would get. To that end, I have been revived twice out of about 35 or so matches. So those odds are really slim. The gameplay you see in the background is actually one of those times, and I had a blast even though my team got downed, while going for the train safe. It was fun because we had one teammate alive that circumnavigated the map to revive us all, and the commentary he was providing was so hilarious, man. So again, shout out to Dorningship 190. He made it, a truly fun and hilarious outing. That's how a DMZ experience should be for most people. That's what DMZ has the potential to be on a regular basis. That's the Warzone 2 mentality. Last man standing. I will say to you, that you have a better chance of being revived though when you run solo, since you are deemed, as less of a threat. But you still have to list, off your intentions to your potential rescuers. Otherwise, you're out here screaming Bueller, Bueller, Bueller into the breeze. It's not utopian, wishing for me to say that DMZ should not be like this. And once again, I don't have a problem with PvP in DMZ. I have a problem with squads of more than 3 people in DMZ. Problems with exfil campers, that sort of thing. If you have a good solution for exfil camping, please let me know. Tell me in the comments below, because it's ridiculous. Many players are leaving MW2, and I don't want to see DMZ become a victim of that egress, due to a lack of Infinity Ward addressing the issues affecting the mode itself. Ranked play has given MW2 a short-term bump in population each time it has been introduced, but DMZ has remained steady. So why not build on that steadiness? Build it into a sustainable and enjoyable experience. In turn, Infinity Ward would be better served by addressing multiplayer and Warzone 2 issues content creators like myself have voiced our opinions on, on this platform, and many others that could help Call of Duty become the really good franchise that it used to be, not the cash grab mess that it is now. Players of this game have laid out blueprints to make the game better. Infinity Ward, or whichever studio that produces the next entry into the COD franchise, needs to pick up that baton and finish the race. And with that, it's your time, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Have a great day.